What the... Wait. This is not Need for Speed.
This is not okay.
I know Filthy Frank.
This needs
Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 is an arcade racer. It doesn't even try to be a simulator or to aim for realism. The physics are exaggerated. There are 54 cars in the game for the GameCube, Xbox and PC versions, and there are 49 in the PS2 version. Why did I split them? Well, the PS2 version is slightly different from the others. Its action is more extreme. The other versions are softer. For example, in the PS2 version, when you get caught by the police, you get 1 out of 3 strikes. And the PS2 version is more detailed in sounds and in the point system. It's the best version out of them. Anyway, as for gameplay, you have two different ones. The main one, where you hop into one of the many cars the game offers you and race, and while you are racing and have as a goal to finish on first place, the police is on your back. And as you progress more and more into the races, the opponents will be tougher and the police too, sending more vehicles, faster vehicles, tougher vehicles, even a helicopter that throws explosive barrels at you. And the other mode is when you hop into a police car and go after racers. Also, there are 12 racetracks in the game. And there is another game mode, World Championship, where you just race opponents, no cops in these 33 races. And from now on, we are on familiar turf. As with Need for Speed Underground, the Need for Speed, as most of us know it, is here. There are two Underground games released, Underground and Underground 2. I'm going to talk in general about them first, as they are very similar. The game focuses on nighttime illegal street racing. You can buy cars and tune them, both in performance and in visuals. And options are plenty, especially in the Underground 2. The tuning is based on making your car look like you are a racer. Both games have free roam. Underground has 30 cars to choose from, and Underground 2 has 38 cars. As for game modes, Underground has Circuit, where you race in laps, Knockout, where the last one to cross the finish line is eliminated, Sprint, which is a race from point A to point B, Drift, where the one with the most drift points wins, and Reg, where you have to manual shift on straight lines, and whoever shifts the best and has the best car crosses the finish line first and wins. And now, Underground 2 doesn't have Knockout, but it has all the other race modes plus many more. And they are Outrun, where you have to be over 300 meters away from the competition to win, Special Event, where you have to get to a location marked on the GPS in the time limit, Street X, where you race on special tracks that have tight corners, and you also get SUV events, as this game doesn't have only normal cars but big SUVs too. Also, this is not the only category where Underground 2 has more content. In customization, you get way more options, and in this plot you are just a guy that relaxedly shows that he's the best. Your car appears on magazine covers, you get sponsors, you can add speakers in your trunk, horns, spinners. Basically, Underground 2 is way denser than its predecessor, and has better graphics too, and a bigger map you can free roam in or race. Then, Need for Speed Most Wanted, another legend, takes the action during the daylight. Now you race during the day, and this game brings something new on the table on the illegal street racing ambience Underground created. Cops. Now you get police chases, and they got to extreme levels when you are being pursued on big hit levels. I'm talking about spikes, SUVs slamming into you, speedy Corvettes overtaking you, helicopters chasing after you, and all this creates adrenaline. And considering that now you don't have to get rid of the cops on point A to point B racetracks like in Hot Pursuit, but rather have the entire huge map of Rockport to free roam and escape the cops, you can get creative, and it gives more enjoyment with the experience. In the game, your suite BMW M5 is stolen by deception and you have to retrieve it. But Razor, the jerk that got your car, got into the blacklist of the most wanted racers in the city. So now you have to start over from the bottom and beat every blacklist member so that you can challenge the big fish, Razor, to a race where the winner gets the pink slip and get your car back. While ascending the blacklist, you have to get past some milestones, like challenges with the police, for example, to be pursued by the police for a certain amount of time or damage stuff in a certain amount of dollars. Also, you have to win races, and there are multiple types of them. Circuit, sprint, drag, lap knockout, speed trap, where you have to race point to point and have to surpass a certain speed when going next to a speed radar, and tool booth, which are point to point races with time limit. Also you get a special ability, the speed breaker, where you can slow down time and get better maneuverability, and also you get a special ability, the speed breaker, where you can slow down time and get better maneuverability to take on tight corners in high speeds more easily. Also you can customize lots of cars, both visually and performance wise. But you don't have the racer options like in Underground 2, like horns or speakers in the trunk, but rather basic stuff like hoods, spoilers, bumpers and so on. Oh, and you also get quick races and you can get chased by the police while free roaming too. It's a legendary game. If you haven't played it yet, just do it. Just play the game. It's amazing. Need for Speed Carbon takes place in Pelmont City after some time passed since the events of Most Wanted. There are factions in the city, and you have to beat them. All the races now take place during the night, and as innovations, Need for Speed Carbon brings creating crews and canyon duel racing. Creating crews means that you get accompanied by a wingman during a race, and they do different stuff. You get 3 different kinds of crew members. The blocker. Blockers take out a targeted vehicle of an opponent by ramming and forcing them to stop. Only one rival can be blocked at one time. Then we have the drafter. The role of a drafter is to give their crew member, so you, more speed by letting them slipstream off of them. It is exactly like slipstreaming, albeit in a more exaggerated form. And then you have the scout. Scouts locate and take shortcuts along the track, and then shortcuts they take are highlighted on the minimap by dotted green lights. As for the other innovation, the canyon duel, they are epic. You race in tight roads in the mountains, and any word couldn't describe how awesome they are. Just try them. You'll see why they are so good. In Rest, you can tune cars and have similar race modes like in the other ones. This one is an awesome game too. In my opinion, it's not as awesome as Most Wanted, but still, it's worth playing it. Need for Speed Pro Street now gets into the legal stuff. You don't race illegally now, but legal in a festival competition. You play as Ryan Cooper and head to different events, dominate them, challenge the best out of the best, and then take on Rio, the man who disrespected you after your first race. A downside to the game is that now if you destroy your car, you have to pay big money to repair it. So damaging the car is not an option in this game. Even the slightest damage has impact on the performance of your vehicle, and you have to pay big money to repair it. Also, since these are legal street races, there are no cop chases anymore. Oh, and you don't have free roam in this one. You just jump from one event to another. But at least you can still customize your vehicles, and the game looks very good, graphically. As for race modes, you get the old ones that became a classic. They are renamed, but in their core they are similar. So try out Pro Street, if it seemed nice to you. For me, the lack of free roam, illegal racing, and the fact that you have to pay for every damage the vehicle takes were downsides that made the experience less enjoyable. Need for Speed Undercover returns to the awesome illegal street racing scene, and is similar to most wanted. You get free roam again, you race during the daylight, you get chased by the police, and have many different race modes you can compete in. The visuals are nice, the looks are very calm. Also, it's nice that now they added the option to jump straight into the next race if you want to, so that you don't have to free roam to the race location. You are prompted to press a button and jump straight into it. It's a nice detail. Also, a big turn down to the console games is that the draw distance is horrible. On emulators you can tweak that, but when you play natively, the poor draw distance can get on your nerves, especially when being chased furiously by the police, or in harder races. Okay, so this was the video. If you liked it, please hit the like button and subscribe, and if you want, follow me on Twitch, Instagram or Discord. I'll have the links to those in the video description. And if you want to see another video, you can also click a thumbnail at the end of this video, so after I stop talking. Thank you.